Cancer, welcome. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I'm getting ready to do your new moon in Virgo reading on the 21st of this month in just a couple of days. I am uh, picking up the same kind of focus that I have been resonating with around the small personal planet Mercury, which is the ruling sign of Virgo. So the fact that it is moving direct, Mercury that is, over its shadow period for another week or more is extending the same grace that we've been feeling as we sort through the lessons we've learned, the things we want to integrate into our lives. We're finding the words that help to uh, express the unity we're feeling between our mind and our heart. Think of the Mercury element as ruling not only Virgo, but Gemini as well, the twins. So this is about bringing unity to some kind of polarity you're experiencing and focusing on the service that is your freedom and your responsibility. Your overall energy, the Hermit card, is describing, I'm getting a very specific message here, that you have been trying to hold your own in a situation, that something has been happening around you, and yet you have been protecting yourself from the dissonant energy that you may be experiencing in your domestic environment, or it's impacting your home in some way. And with the Four of Discs, or the Four Pentacles underneath the deck, the message feels as though you are attempting to hold on to your own authority, your own validation of what is right for you in a way that will support the foundation of your home, your family, your domestic environment, or a way that you feel that you are protecting those elements in a very chaotic time from complete disillusionment. You're standing on your foundation. In the flora and fauna of Africa, I'm going to pull an oracle card to get us started here. And I've pulled the Caracal, and the key word here is opportunity. Trust your intuition and follow through. Be aware of your surroundings and leap at opportunity. It isn't a complete surprise that this particular version of the Hermit bears some resemblance to my idea of the Tower card. So I do feel like your ivory tower, whatever that is for you, whatever that means to you, is holding fast, holding strong in the midst of a storm or some kind of vague unclarity, cloudiness, nebulousness. Okay, so I am reminding you, Cancer, that this is a meditation. It isn't going to be relevant or resonate for all of you. If you find that the message isn't working for you, and that should be obvious pretty quickly, I invite you to check out your other placements for messages that will undoubtedly be there. So for your 10th house, Cancer, the house of your social identity, the way others see you, the Queen of Wings is actually the Knight of Swords. I love this because this is really reinforcing this stance you're taking of digging into your authority, your authenticity, what is unique about your experiences and your expression of that. And the Knight of Swords is leading, allowing your curiosity to lead you into new ideas, into finding out about the absences you may be experiencing in an otherwise very full picture of your life and who you are. This is about pursuing new ideas, looking for answers, finding solutions, having conversations that are illuminating or informative to you, and sharing information on the same basis as others. You may be convening a family talk for some reason or other in which you are holding the role of facilitator. So this is a powerful energy that really supports the idea of Mercury moving direct over its shadow period in a way that helps you to validate your own uh, basis, your own foundation, what you know you can take for granted. In the first house, the Ace of Discs. This is the Ace of Pentacles and other decks. This is really about your attitude in general, and this attitude, this mindset is one of opportunity, abundance, receiving, embarking upon the pursuit of success around approaching something fully armed with the information and the tools necessary to manifest this. This can be in support of a foundation, a nest egg, a home, a basis of operations. This can also be about contemplating what would be required for you to establish home or work elsewhere. What would you need to take with you as the absolute bare minimum? So there is a message here about a new chance, a new opportunity, a new environment or community that you are looking towards for this idea of creating something long term and something that will be profitable or abundant. In the fourth house, the 10 of columns is the 10 of wands and other decks. And I'm just struck by this, the moodiness of the clouds in both the Hermit card and the 10 of wands, and thinking a bit about how these experiences are connected. So this is your contemplation of your home and all of the responsibilities that you now are literally sorting through, discerning, discriminating among as to what you have successfully released and completed, obligations that you have fulfilled that are you understand are no longer yours. And so this feels like coming to a place of rest after a great deal of almost heroic effort. You've made it to the finish line, and the coast here is giving a real sense of peace and release at the same time, so that you are aware that your measure of responsibility, your sense of responsibility has shifted, and that you are looking forward to the closure that you're now able to gain in order to move forward in a new direction. In the seventh house of significant others, the priestess of columns is the same as the queen of wands. So this is lovely as it really focuses on not only the strength and the power of presence of your energy right now. You're simply showing up in a room makes a statement that is very clear about your determination to achieve what you want. This also is focusing on some element of the Egyptian goddess Bastet, Sekhmet, in which the lion or the lionesses, although these are not lions, these are leopards apparently, but cats, big cats. The female, certainly lion, hunts in packs in the desert. I'm not sure if that's true for leopards, most likely not. However, they're showing up here as twins. And that's going back to the clarity with which you are finding ways to describe your particular mission, your authentic purpose. And there is no debating that. You're certainly looking at a variety of ways to articulate that, to bring that into manifested presence, but you are very clear that you are wholly devoted to your particular mission or purpose, your particular happiness or right to be who you are. I'd also love to invite you, if this reading is resonating for you, to like this video, subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. You're welcome to share with others or comment. I appreciate all the support that you give me, and really appreciate your sharing my vision of growing my channel. So for the first house, we'll start here for the Ace of Discs. And I have the Five of Swords and the Four of Wands. Interesting. I almost feel an incredible amount of jealousy that you may be receiving, especially as I'm perceiving some kind of family dynamic. Now, this family dynamic can, of course, extend to a professional environment, a work environment, a community environment outside of your family. But this can be, if it is revolving around the community or your work, a sense of envy or jealousy as others observe you to achieve something that they didn't think you were capable of achieving. And your stability has been tendered towards building something in partnership with others. And not only are you creating that community, that center, that platform, but you're celebrating your partnership and your functional, productive partnership that not only celebrates the growth of each member, but that recognizes that you are also always learning from one another. So this is a beautiful, almost spiritual, certainly social, but like a cultural foundation that is making your new beginning clear. You have something clearly envisioned that is based again on this number 4, a foundation, a solid basis. I do believe that the kind of unkind criticism or snarky comments that may be traded among others are are very distant from you. They're no longer the kinds of comments or feedback that affects you. You may, in fact, be very aware of what those comments are because you've experienced them often enough at a time when they really did hurt you, but they hardly concern you now because you're aware of the way that your effort to be true to your own goals, your own values, has brought you to a place of building upon the success you've achieved. The Ten of Columns in the 4th house is clarified by the Star card in the 4th house and the Ten of Swords. I like this. Again, we have an emphasis on not just changing obligations and responsibilities, but because of this greater vision that you've now reconnected within yourself to, that you've now admitted, opened up to, acknowledge that there is potential. You still have dreams, and those dreams represent unfulfilled potential that you're capable of approaching. And as a result of this higher vision that gives you hope, the really difficult challenges that you've been through in the last, I would say, a few years, perhaps even a decade, have seemed to uh, be more than simply a sorting through and a determination about what responsibilities actually belong to you. You have actually released the expectations and the beliefs that they were grounded in to let go of what others think, what others need, what others want. Uh, Certain others. Now, this is not the complete community of everyone you know. You have friends, you have supporters, you have allies, you have collaborators that are deeply acknowledge your incredible gifts. But those that have responded to all of your efforts with a list of what is you haven't done, you are releasing that pain. And believe me, I do believe you that it has been painful getting to a place where you separate yourself from some false sense of obligation or commitment to those that don't reciprocate that sense of concern for you. In the seventh house of significant others, the Knight of Wands, is that the Knight? This is the Queen of Wands, is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Very nice. So yes, you're doing all the work, planning, visioning, improving upon your skills, improving upon yourself, understanding how developing yourself is intricately linked with this uh, uh, visioning work that you're doing. This vision that you know is yours and you're determined to achieve it is backed up by years of experience, incredible effort that is always focused on improving self, that is not focused on uh, managing the efforts of others, but is solely turned towards what you can do in such a way that you have developed some kind of a devotion to your ability to build this thing or build towards this thing, understanding how it is making you a better, more loyal, more devoted, not servant, but collaborator, co-creator, because this is your seventh house and this is something that you're working on in concert with another or others for sure. And you are absolutely doing your part so that you can, it feels like almost cement or ground this vision into a practical, useful place so that you're building something that is practical and useful for others. The Queen of Wings or the Knight of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Wands in the 10th house and the Temperance card. So I like both of these cards because they're really amplifying your desire to do, to create, to act, to take steps forward. But you're doing that in the context of research, gaining information, finding out more. And you're doing that with guided by your inspiration. This is the thing that you have been working towards or that you're finally opening up to your desire for. So this vision, the star that is guiding you is something that you're giving yourself over to in some way that didn't seem likely in the past. And this is indeed part of your healing, not just of your healing of self. This involves the healing of your entire community, your entire family, some project or effort that you're working on, what it is you're building. This is the focus, and this has been a lifelong exercise where you begin to recognize the tides and the ups and downs of your effort to find purpose, to create something, to be productive. And so this temperance is not easy. There's nothing easy about it. Even though the angel has wings, that really is more about the self scrutiny, the facing your shadow, or in some language, your subconscious energies, which are a direct mirroring or springboard to your higher consciousness, that higher consciousness that recognizes that you still have dreams and desires and potential that is still untapped. And yet now you are able to be patient as you cultivate this talent, this skill, this effort, or this project. I'm going to pull a seed and sickle oracle card, and hops turned up, and it's number 26, which reduces to an 8. 8, the number of strength or justice, depending on what deck you use, is a card that, a number that resonates with success, with effort, with diligence. I'm looking up this card, hops, as we speak, and number 26. So it is the last card, almost the last one in the spring setting, or it's summer, I should say. Walls, buildings, borders, nothing stands in the way of a hop. The Romans called it the wolf among the willows for its voracious growing habits. It is an explorer, as are you, moving swiftly over and around the obstacles life throws in your way. You are victorious, rising above the odds. Now is not the time to let anything slow you down. Lovely. So Cancer, if you enjoyed this content, there's more content for you to check out here. Thank you for your likes and subscribes, and until next time, namaste.